How's it going, guys? My name is Parker Nirenstein, and this is Vehicle Virgins. Now, before we get started, a lot of you have picked up on the fact that I'm pretty big into watches. And thus, people have asked, hey Parker, what is the best watch I can get that won't break the bank, but still looks good? Finally, I have an answer for you, and that is Vincero. Now, for under $200, you're getting a high-quality timepiece that turns heads and thankfully does not look like the majority of the watches in its price range that just look like crappy Rolex knockoffs. And I don't mean that in a good way that it looks like a Rolex. I mean that, well, it just looks terrible. Not these though. Vincero makes some pretty awesome stuff. Although I don't have to tell you that, I can actually just show you. I love the silver one that I'm wearing right now. This gold one gets a little bit more attention. Super easy to use. I love the chrono feature. Big fan. Because you're a Vehicle Virgin subscriber, you get 15% off all of Vincero watches by clicking the link in the description below. So after this video is done, check them out, click that link, you won't be disappointed. A lot of driving laws make sense, thankfully. It's illegal to drink and drive, and you're required to turn your headlights on at nighttime. But other driving laws, well, they don't really make any sense at all, and some of them are just plain crazy. So here are the top 10 craziest driving laws in the world. First off, in Costa Rica, you can legally drink while driving. Yes, you can roll down the street with an open beer, blasting music, a cop rolls by, and, well, it's not a big deal at all. The one catch is, you of course can't drive while intoxicated. Their blood alcohol limit is 0.075, very similar to the US's 0.08. The horrifying part is, if you're caught drunk driving with a blood alcohol content of more than 0.075, the actual punishment isn't all that severe. It's a mandatory $500 fine, sure, but impounding your car and arresting you is something that usually doesn't happen. They just process you in the system, you get the fine, and, well, that's pretty much it. That's really scary. Costa Rica, please change that. The Autobahn, an incredible place. But there's one thing you can't do on the Autobahn. You can go over 200 miles an hour in many sections, but you're not allowed to run out of gas on the Autobahn. That's right, it is illegal to run out of gas and be stuck on the side of the road. The reason being, German law states that running out of gas is your fault. And I agree with that. You didn't fill up, you didn't calculate the distance, and you ran yourself out of gas on the freeway. Because it's your fault, it is a punishable offense. A ticket of between $30 and $70 will be awarded to you for running your car out of gas. You'll also have to probably pay for a tow bill and waste a whole bunch of your time. So just avoid it and always keep your tank filled up. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not allowed to pull over to the side of the road in an emergency. If your car breaks down unexpectedly, that is not illegal, of course, because, well, unless you totally abuse your car and don't do any sort of maintenance, the breakdown probably wasn't your fault, and the police understand that. This law makes so much sense, it actually doesn't make sense why it's even a law. In Alabama, it is illegal to drive while blindfolded. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would drive while they're blindfolded. Wait, that actually sounds kind of fun. Oh, this is bad. This next law is so dumb, I had to spend an hour researching to make sure that it's actually a law. And it turns out it is. In Pennsylvania, if you're driving at night on a country road, every mile you have to pull over to the side of the road, fire off a flare to warn cattle, wait 10 minutes for all of the animals to clear, and then proceed. Every mile, you have to do the same thing again. I'm not making this up. Feel free to fact check me. And you know what? That brings up a good point. That's probably why Street Speed hasn't visited me in California, because, you know, it'd take them about 13 hours to get to the airport. Has nothing to do with you not loving me, Street Speed, right? More on Pennsylvania, this might even be more stupid. If you see a horse or a group of horses coming towards your car, you must legally pull over to the side of the road and cover your car in a blanket so as not to scare the horse. What the f***? In California, it's illegal to shoot any wild game out of a moving vehicle, unless that animal happens to be a whale. Yes, you can shoot a whale out of a moving vehicle. Why not a rat or a spider or anything other than a flippin' beautiful sea creature? I have no idea. But just know in Connecticut, it's actually illegal to shoot a whale from a moving vehicle. So good on you, Connecticut. Save the whales. Save the manual. Before we get to the next laws that are even more ridiculous, if you're enjoying the video, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and if you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. In Glendale, California, yes, the place I almost bought that E46 M3, it is illegal to jump out of a moving car that's going faster than 65 miles an hour. Is the car going 64 miles an hour? Well, you're safe to jump out. No, don't do that. You're gonna frickin' die. How is that a law? Honestly, it shouldn't be a law because anyone dumb enough to jump out of a car at 65 miles an hour probably deserves to die anyways, no offense. Oh, sorry officer, my registration flew out of the window, so I decided to jump out of the car so I wasn't driving without registration. Sorry, son, that's also illegal as well. What the If you are a woman living in California, it is illegal to drive your car while wearing a bathrobe. So, well, this isn't exactly a bathrobe, but I'm wearing it because I'm a man, and apparently this is legal. Although don't assume my gender, because this is 2017, so I could be a felon, officer. Now, this isn't exactly a driving law, but it does have to do with the roads. In Alaska, it is illegal for moose to have sex in the road. Why is this a law? I have no idea. What are you gonna do to the moose? Honestly, I want to go to Alaska for no reason other than witnessing a moose get a ticket and see its response. I don't think it would respond very well to that, actually. Hey moose, you did that last week. Can you not do that in the road? In Saratoga, Florida, it is only a $78 fine for hitting a pedestrian. That is why there are more Ford Mustangs registered in Saratoga than any other city. I completely made that up. But $78, that's it for hitting a person? That honestly sounds like a recipe for disaster. In Arkansas, it is illegal to honk your horn after 9 p.m. at any establishment that serves cold drinks or sandwiches. If they don't have sandwiches and they only serve hot drinks, well, then you can sound your horn. This doesn't make any sense, and honestly, it makes me want to go to Arkansas and attach a train horn to a big truck and blare it at every single establishment that serves cold drinks. I don't understand the world sometimes. Well, there you have it. 10 of the craziest and dumbest driving laws in the world. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. Check out Vincero Watches, link in the description below. I look forward to seeing you next video.